Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to discuss timing. Bodyboarders are not explaining this enough, which may be because timing comes through experience. What makes timing so difficult to explain is several factors like knowing when to go up to the lip, pulling into the barrel, stalling at the beginning of the wave, or adjusting your line or speed to a section. A wide variety of selections can be made on a wave, but there are certain things that you can do to better your timing. Today we are going to be looking at 5 points that can help you achieve this. These points will be your eyesight, anticipating different things on the wave, as well as trying to find the best line and knowing what the wave will do before you take off. Waves are ever changing. Anticipating what will happen on these waves will come from experience in the water and understanding how waves break and what they will do. This will help you time waves correctly, especially when you're looking at going into the air. Sometimes your timing goes very right and you time the section perfectly, but a lot of the time it goes wrong. You mistime these sections, either pushing you far into the flat or holding you back. Timing has been the topic this month on the Boogie Everyday membership platform. We've been diving deeper into these points to help the members better understand the timing while riding waves. We have also had some behind the scenes content, and I've helped a few riders better their bodyboarding through some video analysis sessions. If you are interested in this and a bunch more, head on over to boogieeveryday.com and check out the membership. So let's start with timing and your lines at the start of the wave. Timing in bodyboarding is so tough for one major factor. Once you choose a line on a bodyboard, from the takeoff to the lip, it's hard to keep your speed if you have to adjust your line. This means that you have one chance to make the perfect line from takeoff to the lip. This brings a huge challenge in finding the best line and working at it. This is probably one of the hardest things to teach people, and the discussion about this is always changing and always different when it comes to timing. Timing is probably the hardest thing to learn, but something that you just have to keep doing to figure it out. A big thing that I think we can discuss is the drive and angles to the lip that I think we can try and get right. In bodyboarding, we need to pick a line that is correct from the start of the wave to the end. By doing this at the start, we have to be focused on where our eyes are and what we are looking at. What I would suggest is to start to look at waves and see when they are going to break. This is going to allow you to adjust your timing towards the lip from the start of the wave. This makes it extremely difficult and something that you need to practice more and more as you are learning about waves and how they break. Try to pick a point on the wave where you can see that it is going to break and do one smooth bottom turn heading straight from the takeoff to the end point where you're going to hit the lip. This will allow you to adjust your timing and make it a little bit easier if you have a section that you want to hit from the start. Next, we'll be talking about eyeing out a section. At the start of the wave, you want to be looking down the line at these sections. This could be a barrel or ramp, depending on the wave. We need to draw that singular line from the bottom turn up into the lip. I always tell you guys to learn and understand how waves break. This will allow you to understand what the wave will do when you are riding it, as well as where you can hit the lip at the correct time. Eyeing out a section is a huge part of getting this right, and understanding how waves break would get you down the line to where you want to hit the lip. You want to look down the line and judge what you can see further along the wave. Most of the time you're going to be looking for the lip line and where you think that lip is going to break. You need to judge when you can hold back and stay high on the wave, or when you can release and ride down and hit that section. For anyone riding in pools, you can judge the lip line a lot easier and understand where it's going to break, which will allow you to better your timing and understand when you need to go up to the lip. If you're in the ocean, it's a little bit more haphazard, and one thing that you need to start to understand is what to look for on waves. You need to look down the line and see what the wave is doing. If it's going to be wrapping towards you a little bit, you know it's going to throw a bit quicker. Whereas if it bends away and goes flat, you know that you're going to need to stay in the pocket and ride in the pocket for a little bit longer. The next point in timing is to study waves more closely. There are so many different types of waves. We have point breaks, beach breaks, reef breaks, the pools, as well as wedges and rip bowls. This means that you are going to have to understand and study exactly how each of these waves break to get your timing right. Waves break differently depending on what they're breaking on. When it comes to reefs, you will see a more mechanical style of wave, where the wave generally barrels and wraps or bends. When you look at beach breaks, this is completely different, where you have some waves that come through on a certain bank and some that might swing a little bit wide. Then we look at the pools, where you have something that is so mechanical that each wave in the set has its own characteristics and style. You need to understand what different waves do at different breaks and understand what their characteristics are. You can then nail down what you're going to expect when you get in the water at different spots. This will cut down the learning experience and get you zoned into what you can expect when you're catching these waves. It will help you get your timing correct, knowing that these sections might be a little bit faster in certain places or a little bit slower when we might need to read the wave a bit differently. It gets you into the approach of a certain wave in a certain style so that you can maximize the potential of each wave. Understanding what waves are going to do and studying these waves and exactly how they're going to break will help you to better your timing, allowing you to either go for the barrel, mix it up and go to the air, or even try to do something like a cutback or a reverse to come back into the foam and reset for the air section. This is an extremely important part when it comes to timing and understanding how waves break. Study waves more closely and the timing will come that much more easy. Next, we need to talk about the angle of the lip and anticipating exactly what will happen. The key here is that this is going to be different on all waves. For us as bodyboarders, we need to choose that one line that is going to get us to the lip with the maximum amount of speed and drive. By watching the lip build up to about 70 degrees and timing your release, you can get to that lip when it is just before or at 90 degrees. The idea is to slow down at the start of the wave and make it so that you are at the lip at the perfect time. This may mean you need to change how you bottom turn and either go for a deep bottom turn or keep it mid-face. This will allow you to maximize the speed and use the lip as a launch pad to get into the air. Anticipation is probably the biggest thing when it comes to timing. Certain waves might want to barrel a lot quicker in sections. For example, in the pool, you have this kind of slow takeoff onto a faster second section that barrels. Sometimes you get caught behind because you may be going too slow at the start. That's why I keep saying you need to ride different waves so that you can understand and anticipate what will happen on that wave. By riding different waves, you're able to focus a lot more on the anticipation of what is happening rather than just guessing when to go up to the lip. The experience and anticipation of going towards the lip at the right time will allow you to better your timing, getting you to the lip at the perfect time to launch in air. And lastly, you need to ride different waves and catch a lot more waves in a session. If you want to get better at timing, you need to surf different waves. Figuring out what waves do on different breaks will help you to improve your timing and better your awareness of what is going on in the water. Riding different waves is going to open you up to building a lot more knowledge and gaining that much more experience. You can start to anticipate what different waves are going to do, whether they are running on a sandbar, on a reef bottom, or even in the pool. Changing up where you go, no matter if you're going to a beach break or in the line at the pool, will help you to anticipate different things that are happening and give you more knowledge. This will allow you to adjust your riding style for different waves. Riding different waves and catching more waves in a session will help to speed up your knowledge and experience. The more waves you ride and catch in a session will help you gain more knowledge and speed up your learning process. This will allow you to figure out what the right time is to go up to that section and get into the air. Timing takes time, so try not to get frustrated with this process and try and implement some of these points into your riding in the future. You've got to mistime some of these waves to get this done correctly. We all have to fail sometimes before we can succeed, and you can understand why this process of timing has been such a challenge for so many people. So you have to do a little bit of this before you can do a lot of that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.